guys, we got ourselves a UFC fight this Saturday. We got, of course, we got Triple G versus Canelo. But UFC is putting on Cory Sandhagen versus Yadong. And you guys, you know what? It's not that bad of a fight. Why? Because let me tell you this: Sandhagen is even though he's a little under the radar, he is still making his way up. He is definitely making his way up. He fights out of Team Alpha Male, which is the coaches like Raya Faber and such, and has held pretty good champions, has held pretty good contenders like Cody Garbrandt, like T.J. Dillashaw, and Benavidez. You know, he's relatively pretty good. Even Chad Mendes, you know, so even though they're not the very, very best, but still good. But Yadong is actually making his way up the rankings and up his way into the most stacked division, in my personal opinion. I can't not say that more than enough. You know, you got the lightweights who are kind of good there. You got a few of them that in the welterweights, but I'm telling you, the most stacked division is the bantamweights. The bantamweights. Just look at that list. Look at that roster of who's in that division right now. I mean, look at that. You got Aljamain Sterling, you got Peter Yan, you got T.J. Dillashaw, you got Sean O'Malley, you got Chito Vera, you got Jose Aldo, you got Rob Font, you got Sonya Dong, you got Cory Sandhagen, and that's just the top right there. That's just like right there. I just named 9. And there's still more in there. There's still more exciting fighters in there. So, yes, you got Cory Sandhagen versus Yadong. And this is going to be a very, very, I want to say, a good challenge for Cory because Cory is coming off 2 losses. You know, he did have that TJ Dillashaw fight, which was very, very close. Very close. And, you know, a lot of people felt like he could have won that fight. You know, and then he comes off this I want to say what was interim title fight with Peter Yan. I believe it was last year sometime. And, you know, even though it wasn't super close like that TJ Dillashaw fight, but nonetheless, it was still close enough. And he did give Peter Yan, who is a really tough challenger. Of course, you guys, former champion, and put a lot of LA fighters out. You know, you remember he dominated Jose Aldo. And then look what he was able to do up until that disqualification to Aljamain Sterling. You know, the second fight, much different story. But nonetheless, he still gave himself a really good account, you know. And then we got the fight where he was able to knock out Frank Yeager. Yeah, I get it. Frank Yeager was a little past his prime. But nonetheless, still very impressive. And then we saw, unfortunately, he lost a quick submission to Aljamain Sterling, the champ. So look at it, guys. You look at it. He lost to literally former champs. He lost to the former bantamweight champs. And current bantamweight champ. Lost to current bantamweight champ and Aljamain Sterling. Lost to former bantamweight champ T.J. Dillashaw, and lost to former bantamweight champ Peter Yan. So it's not like he's getting completely destroyed. It's not like he's getting completely tossed around. He is still in the mix. Now, Yadong, he may not have that resume like a Cory Sandhagen, but he does have a notable win. He actually beat Marlon Vera, you know, and even though this was quite some time, I believe it was in early or mid 2020, post-pandemic, I believe, around that time frame, I want to say, and yeah, you know, he still was able to get a good decision off of that. He was able to get a good win off of that. He's been able to beat some good challengers in the bantamweight decision. So this is a really big step up for him. You know, if he could beat him, you know, he's right there. He's starting to get into that mix. He's starting to get into that top 5. So where do we put Cory Sandhagen? You know, Cory can easily be top 5, maybe 6, I would say. Because right now, I would say you got Aljamain Sterling, TJ Dillashaw, Peter Yan, I want to say either Jose Aldo and Marlon Vera. So those, I would say, you're basically your top 5 right now. Oh yeah, and there's another guy on there, Marab, who just beat Jose Aldo. Wasn't the most impressive, but nonetheless. So let's see, guys. What do we do with the winner of this fight? You know, because this is going to be a good fight. This is a good challenge. It's a good step up for Sonya Dong, and it's a good challenge for Cory Sandhagen. You know, good step up for Sonya Dong. So if he could get this notable name under his resume, he could up in there, challenge for another person, another big name in the division. And then we got Cory Sandhagen, where he could finally get a good win underneath his belt. He's already lost 2 in a row. This could help him boost up that confidence and get himself another name. So with this, if Cory Sandhagen wins, I would put him against a possible matchup with Chito Vera. Because Chito Vera with that Dominic Cruz knockout, he's definitely on fire right now. I don't see him possibly getting a title shot. Maybe. It all depends on how things play out on October 22nd. You got Aljamain versus TJ Dillashaw going for the title. So it really depends on that. So in the meanwhile, while there's potential rematches, of course, there's another fight on there with Sean O'Malley and Peter Yan. So there's a lot to go in. So I'm not really going to discuss about potential title shots right now, especially for these two guys. These two guys, I don't see it right now. With this win, I don't see it as a number 1 contender fight. So yeah, if Cory Sandhagen wins, I would like to see him against Chito Vera. With Yadong win, even though he already has a win over Chito Vera, I don't see him wanting to go towards that route. I could definitely see him possibly wanting to challenge Merab. I don't think that'll be a great challenge for him. Maybe a Jose Aldo, depending on Jose, because Jose just did lose, and he hasn't looked the greatest at that point. He was looking all right, but now the way he lost, even though it wasn't a great loss, it wasn't like he got completely dominated and he should retire. But I think we're at the point where we would kind of like to see him go into this Legend League, this Legend match. Like, I personally would love to see him go against Dominic Cruz. That would be one hell of a fun fight. So, but nonetheless, for Yadong, if there's a potential win, maybe a Merab would actually do good for him. Maybe a Rob Font. So there's other names for him to get in there to make his way towards that title. For Cory Sandhagen, I would definitely like to see Chito Vera. Because, again, he lost to the best. He's lost to TJ Dillashaw. He's lost to Peter Yan. And he's lost to Aljamain Sterling. So, does he deserve a title shot right away? Absolutely not. Should he get another one maybe down the line? Like I said, if I could see him possibly in there with a Peter Yan, the winner of that Peter Yan-Sean O'Malley fight. I could definitely see him in there with Chito Vera. And same thing with, Yadong. I could definitely see him in there with Sean O'Malley too. It really depends on what happens October 22nd, because we got 2 bantamweight fights on there, the championship and possibly a number 1 contender. So it really depends. But come Saturday, should be a fun fight, guys. Should definitely be a fun fight. Cory Sandhagen never lets us down. Yadong is pretty exciting himself. I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. It's going to be a fun fight night because we also got that Canelo Triple G fight. Guys, tune in on Saturday. It's going to be one epic fight night. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think Cory Sandhagen is going to pull this off or Yadong is going to pull this off. Let me know in the comments, and like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.